Thanks for joining us. There's a new purpose for a historic building in Abilene. Our Marley Capper joins us live in the studio to tell us more about the Abilene Heritage Square. Hey there, Marley. What did you find out?
Hey Lauren, yes, today I attended the Kiwanis Club lunch meeting to hear from Jane Beard, who is heading up the project. She talked about the history and the future of the building, and I learned a lot. So to start, Abilene High School was built there in 1923, and since then it's been used as Lincoln Middle School and a community civic auditorium. Moving forward to today, they want to continue with some of the original building plans. So let's take a look. The building behind me went from being Abilene High School to Lincoln Middle School to now a multi-purpose community center with entertainment features and a 3-story library. Jane Beard, the grant administrator for the Diane Graves Owen Foundation, said that the school was purposely built next to the train tracks.
They wanted everyone who drove by or who went by on the train to see that Abilene was a community that valued education. It was really their first attempt at economic development.
AHS was built in 1923, but designer David Castle quickly realized they needed more room.
He intended for the building to be E-shaped. If you look down from the top, it was going to be an E.
So they added an east building. The original design plans of this building included a west wing, and as you can see, there isn't one, and that's because the Great Depression hit, so they couldn't. But Jane says that they want to follow the historical plans to build one, which will host a 3-story library.
It will be a library like we haven't ever had in Abilene.
Jane says this will be a library of stuff, packed with a 3D printer and a recording studio. The foundation will also be restoring the other buildings to open up museums with exhibits you could see in a metropolitan city.
We can't load up all these kids and take them to New York, but we can bring it here.
To bring new learning opportunities to students and families here in the big country. In Abilene, Marley Capper, KRBC, Abilene's local news. Jane told us today that the library we do have in downtown Abilene was built during the Eisenhower presidential administration and was meant to last for about 20 years. So 60 years later, she says it's time for an updated one. The project does cost about $43.6 million, and so far they've fundraised about $39 million of it from private donors and grants. They still need to raise about $4 million, so if you would like to donate, you can head over to bigcountryhomepage.com to find out how.